Good evening and welcome to Stephen Decatur High School. We'd like to begin this evening's event with the starting lineups. First, for visiting Kent Island High School, number 1, Haley Offit. Number 2, Willow Yost. Number 3, Alice Phelan. Number 4, Grace Matthews. Number 5, Rita Yost. Number 10, Ellie Burnside. Number 12, Riley Korn. Number 13, Lily Mellinger. Number 16, Parker Tangwall. Number 18, Caroline Levin. Number 19, Cara Steele. And number 44, Ava Mason. Number 4, Jill Burton. Number 6, Reagan Reed. 11, Kennedy Kirby. Number 12, Mara Mills. Number 16, Lo Malinowski. Number 19, Ali Coleman. Number 20, Haley Lewis. Number 24, Emery Jack. And on goal, number 25, Layla Hamrock. Would everyone please rise and remain standing? We're going to play the national anthem after we have a moment of silence. We'd like to remember those warriors who are battling or who have lost their battle with cancer.
Can you see by the dawn's early All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Robert G. Knox Field at Lewis H. Taylor Stadium for Lakeland's legacy game tonight, and a rivalry game at that between the Kent Island Buccaneers and the Stephen Decatur Seahawks. My name is AJ Patton. I'm joined alongside my partner, Nolan Soares. Nolan, how you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. How are you, AJ?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. For what should be a pretty solid game tonight, Kent Island coming to this off a bit of a down year last year, finished around 500 for the Seahawks in their last game, played Arundel and lost 14-10. It's a very high-scoring game as the Lady Seahawks win the draw. Mara Mills wins it, now gives to Morse. So Lady Seahawks looking for a bounce-back win here tonight. As Pascucci on the fast break, now goes to Burton. Seahawks love to get out fast, and when they get out fast and when they're on fast breaks with numbers, usually results in a score. They are one of, if not the best teams on the fast break in the entire Bayside. It's Kirby next to the crease, trying to find a cut there, couldn't find anybody. Now she'll reset a little bit. And now fire, and a nice save there by Kent Island. And that's the goalie Mason with the save. The Seahawks get it back. Now Burton gives inside. Morse fires and scores. 50 seconds into this game. The Lady Seahawks are on the board first.
That was a great shot right there. I mean, really getting that ball from behind that goal, really hooking it in there on the top left corner, really moving the ball around. Looks like the Lady Seahawks are really trying to move around and move the ball around as well to get the Buccaneers kind of out of their spot so they can find that open shot.
100%. And I think right there for the Seahawks was just staying with it. It was a nice save by Mason. She lost it. All the Seahawks were down there still. They didn't give up on that possession, got it back, and fired in for the score by Morse. One of the leaders of the Seahawks team, one of the captains, one of the three captains of this team, along with Lily Carson and Mara Mills. Mara Mills on the draw once again against, looks like Steele on the draw there. And now Ofit.
Looks like the Buccaneers are really trying to push this ball down, really trying to move it around on the Lady Seahawks now, trying to get that get back to tie the game back up.
Yeah, Canal looking to set up their offense here as Matthews with it. Now gives to Steele. Canal just passing it around here. Possibly looking for a cut, trying to get inside. Seahawks defense looking for a bounce-back game. Was rough in the last game versus Arundel. Gave up 14 goals. I'll ask you, Nolan, what did the Seahawks need to do on defense to limit goals tonight?
They really need to just lock down. They really need to just really have those sticks out in their face, really try and block the shots, really just try and get them away from the goal, try and save the goalie some energy in case something happens during the game where there's like a high-scoring possession or there's a back-to-back-to-back kind of situation. But, I mean, as we see, number 8, MB Morse, really locking it down on defense right now, really trying to get her stick out in front of the players on the Buccaneers to just try and lock them down.
Yeah, Seahawks looking to overwhelm this Buccaneers offense tonight. It starts with possibly some double teaming as well. The Seahawks went to it versus Arundel, and when they did, wasn't the best on defense that entire game, but when they went to the double team, they were able to get steals and get out in the fast break. So possibly could see some double teaming tonight from the Lady Seahawks, especially at the top. Kent Island still with it. Now pass inside. Nice deflection there by the Lady Seahawks. Ball gets batted up. Still rolling around, and Coleman comes away with it. A solid defender on this Lady Seahawks team. Now trying to clear it. Just getting swarmed by a couple Buccaneers here on the near sideline. Solid defense here by Yost. She gets around her. And now pass up to Pascucci. This is who you want to have the ball. Like I said, she's definitely quick as she clears it.
Yeah, as you can see, she's wide open right now. Really looking for that pass in the middle.
And there it is. Mara Mills right in the middle. Wide open. Seahawks up 2-0.
Really good right there by both of them. Really just moving that ball around like we're talking about. I mean, in the game of lacrosse, you really want to move the ball around because once you move that ball around, it really can mess with the other team because lacrosse is a constant flowing game. If you're flowing with the ball and you're very active and you're controlling game in your hands, you're most likely going to be able to get some sort of open shot. whether you miss it or you're not, you always got to go back and get it because you never know what could happen, but definitely want to go at that.
Yeah, right there once again staying with it. And right there once again getting out in the fast break. Lady Seahawks got out in the fast break. One of the things that they had some struggles with in their last game was, that's a great win. Great draw win right there for the Lady Seahawks as Burton skied for that. Got up there, and now she's got it. But one of the things Seahawks struggled with in the Rundle game was just some missed opportunities and not taking those shots that could have possibly turned the game the other way. But so far, Lady Seahawks taking those shots, and tonight, especially versus a rival like Kent Island, where you might not have as many opportunities as you think, taking those shots and not being afraid. Like they always say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. His feet inside. Burton loses it, and a solid steal right there by Corn. Now Corn trying to clear it here. Solid defense here by Carson in the back. They're going to give it back to the goalie, Mason. Now bad pass there to Yost. Reedy Yost. Reedy Yost on the near sideline. Now she clears it. Really no defensive pressure there by the Lady Seahawks on the near side.
Not at all. Number 6, though, Reed really picking her up for the Lady Seahawks, getting that ball pushed back out to the middle of the field where every other Lady Seahawk is sitting right now.
And for Kent Island, this is their first road game of the season, 3rd game overall. And I'll say a tough one at that. This Lady Seahawks team is very resilient. They can score in many ways, and when they are on, they are on. And they can be a tough team to stop. So Kent Island chemistry is going to have to be hot tonight if they want to have a solid chance of winning this game. But Steele with it. Fires and scores. Gets Kent Island on the board. Now 2-1. Cutting lead in half. That was a solid overall possession there by Kent Island.
Definitely, for sure. Kent Island's always usually good at sports. They're usually very athletic and very active as well. They have a lot of good athletes as well, too. They just have a good program.
Yeah, also some updates. The boys Seahawks lacrosse at Kent Island right now. They are playing. So that's also a huge game for them. Starts at 6 o'clock. That's a huge game. That's going to be the boys' biggest game of the year. Kent Island on the road for lacrosse can be a very tough place to play. But for the boys, they won last year, 14-11. Beat Kent Island. Lady Seahawks looking for the same result here tonight.
As we see, the Buccaneers are really pushing it.
Yeah, trying to find an inside shot. Yeah, it's going to be an 8-meter here on the arc for Yost. And she's going to give off to Ofit. Now inside to Ofit. Fires and scores. And ties this game up at 2 with 6:25 left here in this first quarter.
Definitely. Getting back to the games, talking about how the boys are at Kent Island. Let's get into some softball and baseball. Varsity girls won 17-0.
Wow.
Definitely a win. If I had to say, it's a blowout for sure. And varsity boys baseball is now
11-3.
11-3 with in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, runners on the corners, 1 out. So both Lady Seahawks softball and baseball playing at Snow Hill today. Dominant win for the softball team, and right now, boys are on top by 8 runs. As Morris got knocked on the ground there, and Ofit comes away with it. And Burton lost her stick. Yard sale right there. And Shimko now. Seahawks don't have numbers. Shimko could slow it down here. Yeah, but now ball's on the ground. Gets batted up in the air. Kent Island trying to stay with it. And Kent Island steals it away. Say, there's a lot of bodies on the ground right now. 3 Seahawks in the past 30 seconds have fallen down. They're trying to stay with it. Kent Island's going to slow it down here a little bit, set up their offense. Matthews driving in.
Buccaneers definitely
She'll
taking
slow down.
advantage of these calls that the refs are calling right now. Really pushing the ball down the field as fast as they can and pretty much loading up their team down there to really get that open shot. Lady Seahawks really need to just settle down, kind of pick their man up, because they kind of play a man-to-man defense, and or I should say girl-to-girl defense. But they do have some very good opportunities for this year, from what I've heard.
Definitely, yeah. Should still be a solid Lady Seahawks team this year. Like we said, they lost Sadie Kaufman and Addison McDaniel, but this Lady Seahawks team still has a lot of firepower, especially on the offensive side. Steele with it. And now behind the goal. Trying to wrap around the crease. She's getting stuck. Tengwall with it. Tengwall with it. Gives to Matthews. Matthews looking for a cut inside. Couldn't find anything. Now Tangwell with it. Callan's going to work it around. Try and find an open shot here. A weakness in this Lady Seahawks defense. Decatur's been pretty competitive on the defensive side so far. Callan's looking for the first lead of the night here. Just over 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. That's Steele. Now Callan's going to reset again for the 4th time, trying to find something. Feet inside is over the head of, looks like, Matthews, and into the net of Hamrock.
Going to be a long pass. Good play right there by Mills, slapping the ball back into play.
And that's going to be a big hit there. That's going to be a card. So, Lady Seahawks, there'll be a woman up here. As a steal's going to go off. So, Nolan, this is the opportunity for the Lady Seahawks to take the lead. You know, the woman up, these opportunities in these kind of games, you got to capitalize on.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, if I was the coach, I would definitely load my players down there, really try and get them to move around, but not load everybody up. Kind of probably, I would say, take maybe 3 or 4, keep them back, just so we don't have too much, I would say, congestion down there, because we really want everybody to move freely and move around and use that whole field too. Using the whole field really does get people moved around and will create that open shot with no problem at all.
No, definitely not. Shimko with it. Now gives to Kirby, the teal deal. Trying to get something inside. And now Carson behind the goal. Now feet inside. Barton just behind her stick. That would have been an easy opportunity right there.
Buccaneers with a long pass.
Yeah, as they clear it. As that's Yost on it on the fast break. Willa Yost.
As it looks like we have it 4-on-4 right now.
Yeah, and Yost is going to go behind the goal. And now Burnside with it. Can Island, they move slow. They're a slow-moving offense. They like to set it up. Try and find something inside. They don't really take any outside shots. If it's not inside and it's not open, they don't try it. So far, Kent Island being very conservative on offense. Matthews with it. Still trying to find somebody here. Working on Burton.
Buccaneers really moving the ball around. It's almost like a strategy, because if you move the ball around a lot and you get the Lady Seahawks moving, they'll eventually get tired. And eventually when you control the game and you get them tired, you'll have always 1 or 2 players that will be not tired, and they will be able to get inside and get that look that you're looking for.
As that's 11 with it. Callan wasting about a minute on offense here. Minute 40 left here in this first quarter. Tie game at 2. I think look for Kent Island with this, probably to hold it till about a minute. Pass inside, fires, and Ofit scores. And Kent Island takes their first lead of the night.
Good play right there. Really moving the ball around, like I said. Just trying to get the Lady Seahawks kind of out of breath, which kind of looked like something happened there. Someone cut inside real quick, and maybe someone set a screen or something. But definitely got that ball fired in there and fired that shot into the goal.
And I'll say, I know it's still pretty early in the season for the Lady Seahawks, but this kind of feels like a must-win kind of game. Because they're 1-1 right now. You don't want to go under 500 to start the season. So I feel like, especially at home, these are the games, if you're Decatur, you got to win. So I feel like today is a definite must-win for the Lady Seahawks. Winning draws and try to get on the fast break to set up shots would definitely help. Ken Island doing a solid job on the draw so far, though. As Jordan with it. Now 11. In the corner. Feeds behind the goal. Ken Island might have had a cut there to steal. They're going to give it to Ofit. And Steele with it. Now drives. Fires. It's just off of Hamrock's stick. Gets knocked up into the air. Ken Island stays with it. Now on the R of Decatur. It's a solid rebound there for the Buccaneers. Now 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Steele with it. Feed inside and a fire. Another save there for Hamrock. Solid defense on the crease. It's going to go Seahawk way. Not a lot of time here, though. Hamrock's got to try and pass it up. The Lady Seahawks want to tie this game. Far pass up. Right into the stick of Barton. That was a great pass. Now 10 seconds. Kirby driving through a triple team. Feed to Kanyar. Fire. Scores! And we got a tie game with 3 seconds left in this first quarter.
Amazing play right there. Really pushing that ball up, as they definitely had I would say, they knew what they were doing because they knew how much time they had, and they really knew the situation that they had to push down the field to really score a point, to tie it back up, to going into the second quarter to really get that momentum to keep going.
Definitely. Yeah. That was honestly a dream fast break right there. It does not get any better than that. That was quick, methodical. Lady Seahawks went pass by pass.
As we have 3 seconds in the first quarter.
I think the most underrated part of that fast break as well was Kennedy Kirby driving to the triple team. Very tough thing to do, especially off balance like she was, to feed it inside for a score.
Definitely, but I mean, I do know that the Lady Seahawks work on agility a lot, and I'm sure that kind of helped them out there.
And that will do it for the first quarter. Solid game so far, as we are tied at 3 heading into the second. All right, coming back to you as you see the stats at the bottom right corner. Game tied 3-3. 4 shots on goal for both teams. 2 saves for the Lady Seahawks, 1 for the Lady Bucks. Callan winning the draws right now 3-2. Leading scores for the Seahawks, Morse with 1, Mills 1, and Kanyar with 1 as well. And then leading scores for the Bucks, Haley Ofit with 2 goals. We appreciate the graphic by Mr. Kinnear right next to us. So draw once again. And the Lady Seahawks win it. And we are tied in draw controls 3-3. And Kirby now running full speed. It's a great cut right there inside. And just take it back out. Gives to Pascucci. Pascucci. Pardon me. Let's see what we're calling here. Yeah, looks like going to be a foul there. So Seahawks staying with it. Trying to find an inside shot here. We'll see what they draw up. Kirby with it. One of the conductors of this Lady Seahawks offense. Gives to the Captain Mills. Now feed inside to Pascucci. A shot and solid save there by Mason. Almost rolled into the goal there. Look at Kennedy Kirby here on Mason, the goalie. That's a bad pass. Let's see who comes away with it. It goes right back into Mason's stick. That was very risky. Lady Seahawks almost came away with that, but Ofit with it. And now pass up to Mellinger. Mellinger over the head of Willow Yost. And now Jack scoops it up.
Jack is really pushing that ball down as she tries to pass the middle, but it is deflected by one of the Buccaneers.
As Candy Kirby falls. It's the 4th Seahawk now that's fallen tonight.
I think it's her second, actually.
Yeah. She'll take it from the 26-yard line here. So now feed to Pascucci. Look for her to start getting going. She had a solid game on Wednesday versus Arundel. And Morse with it. Now on the wing of the arc. Seahawks working it around. Nolan, what are you drawing up here for the Lady Seahawks in this offensive possession?
I would say I'm really drawing up a nice little screen and go kind of deal and really getting that ball in the net with a really firm shot. I think they really just need to move the ball around, maybe set a screen from behind the goal. It is turned over now.
That was a nice steal right there. Nice pickpocket by the Buccaneers. Now steal out in transition. Gives to Willow Yost. And now feed to Levin. Levin now on the S of the Seahawks. Solid defense here by Jack, staying with her. And now Buccaneers behind goal. Feed inside. And a score for Grace Matthews. That was a textbook possession right there by the Buccaneers. And they take the lead right back.
Definitely a play they drew up. I mean, they ran that perfectly. I mean, you can't beat that. When a team perfects a play that is supposed to defeat a defense, it's either going to work or it's not. Yeah. And the only reason it doesn't work is if something happens and they make a mistake during that play that will pretty much defeat the play, because every play is drawn up for a certain reason.
And I'll tell you, we knew coming into this game, it's always, for the most part, pretty close, no matter if it's boys or girls between Kent Island and Decatur. So coming into this, we had a feeling that it'd be a game like this, back and forth the entire time. Not as high scoring as previous games, as that ball was shot up into the air. That would be the highest draw we've seen this entire year.
For sure. Gordy with a beautiful draw right there.
But now Kirby, now wrapping it around the crease. Try and find somebody inside here. That would be textbook for the Lady Seahawks in this possession. As there it is, Barton fires and stings the left corner.
Beautiful play right there. I mean,
there it is right there.
Once again, the movement that these Lady Seahawks bring on the field is, I don't really know how to describe it. It's, I'll use the word beautiful. It's a beautiful way that they bring it all together as a team, not as one, as a team, and really just kind of know where that person's going to be at that time. they kind of like all think together and all know what they're talking about, which really helps them out.
So I'll tell you, all of the Lady Seahawks goals right now spread out, between Burton, Morse, Kanyar, and Mills, all having one goal. No true leader of this Lady Seahawks team tonight, and that's definitely not a bad thing. Chemistry is there. We're going to get another draw win for the Lady Seahawks. Julia Gordy having a bounce-back game here.
Yeah, Kirby really firing that out. Now to Kanyar. Kanyar now putting it back into Kirby's hands. Kirby really trying to – she really, I would say, leads the offense and kind of just gets that extra pass in and then starts to let everybody move around and start, I would say, working the system.
Yeah, she's definitely a conductor of this offense. Pascucci on the wing gives to Shimko at the top. And Shimko now gives to Kirby. Kirby almost drive through a double team there. She's going to step back. And now gives to Shimko. Seahawks looking for the best shot available here. Don't want to force anything. Kirby gets a push from behind. Now Shimko. Now feed to Kanyar. Kanyar wraps around.
Looking for someone inside. Pass to the top to Mills.
Yeah, now Mills. She'll wrap around again. Feed. Try to get to Carson. Got deflected, and now steal by Ofit. Ofit now gets it stripped away. Stays with it. It's great defense here by Burton. Ofit still staying with it. And that'll be a foul there on Burton. Yeah, she, I'll say, stuck her hand in the cookie jar there. Was looking for as many. Was looking for a steal, and honestly, if she was able to get that, Lady Seahawks would have had numbers going the other way. So
I'm not gonna be.
I don't hate it.
I'm not gonna be able to just not say anything about that. What did you just say there?
I said stuck the hand in the cookie jar. Looking for a steal.
Definitely something.
Shot by steal has left the goal.
I just have no words.
3 attempts. 3 attempts there. So, okay. Listen, I'm trying a couple new sayings here if you can't tell.
No, I can tell. I mean, definitely a new one for sure. Haven't heard that one since basketball season. I mean, I know you come up with a lot of odd sayings, but I mean, that's
Sean.
That's definitely
Sean shipped away. And
shout out Sean McChrystal. Definitely a great commentator. He is a senior, so he is leaving this year. But I will say I'm taking over his job, I believe. Hopefully, depending on how I'm doing. But getting back to the lady, getting back to the Lady Seahawks.
Steele fires and gets it under Hamrock's stick. And there we go. Back and forth once again. Ken Island now with the lead. Once again. 5-4. That was Steele with the goal. Number 19. So, yeah, like I said, this is what we expected.
Yes, definitely going to be a close game for the girls and also the boys that are away right now. I've heard a lot about that game because the boys beat them.
It's just starting right now.
Beat them at home, but then lost to them in the playoffs. So definitely a rivalry, I would say. Definitely really one of those games that really means something to all of them no matter what happens.
Yeah, that was one of the first draw wins of the second quarter for the Buccaneers. So now, Ken Island trying to work it around the arc here. Surprised, haven't seen a single team yet take a shot between the 8-meter and the arc. Could see something like that. But we'll see. Both teams' game plan so far has been getting it as close to the crease as you possibly can without stepping in. Solid double team over the Seahawks. And that leaves Ofit wide open for her third of the game. She's got a hat trick. Her fourth of the game. She's got a haul.
I will say the Buccaneers are really finding that weakness in Hamrock right now. They're really shooting the ball low right now.
Yeah.
I think they know that she can get those high ones because the stick's pretty much up there.
Yeah.
But definitely Hamrock maybe wants to adjust, maybe put it down maybe halfway on her body a little more so she can get the down and up because right now they're pretty much dominating the bottom of the goal. Not really any top shots right now.
No, definitely. Hamrock most of the time expecting Ken Island to go high. Like I said, they're going low. And it can be tough no matter what to get down there. especially those low shots, almost bounce shot-like. Just staying in that left corner or right corner of the goal. And that's going to be a false start there on Steele. Lady Seahawks come away with it. They'll take it here.
Morris really pushing that ball down the field.
I feel like this is a must-score possession right here for the Lady Seahawks.
For sure. Definitely want to get on the board. At least get one more to make it 1 down instead of 2. And definitely want to get that momentum, too. When you start scoring, the whole team gets involved, even the people on the sideline. It really Yeah,
that's going to be a foul there. Shimko driving through a double team. She'll get an 8-meter.
Definitely a
she
hard foul right there.
I was going to say.
She definitely went down.
Yeah, she's definitely deserving of an 8-meter here. Got tripped. Now she's going to drive inside. Fires. And that just bounced into the goal.
It did.
Hit off of Mason's stick. Looked like she saved it for a minute. Hit off the side of her stick and then went to the back of the goal. That's the luck that the Seahawks are going to need for the rest of this game, I'll tell you that. That will be Caitlin Shimko's first of the game. You know, I guess you can say a goal is a goal.
Yeah, goal's a goal.
Goal is a goal, you know?
I mean,
if it hits off the goalie's stick and bounces in or
yeah,
rattles in.
It's pretty much in any sport. I mean, unless there's a penalty of some sort or a foul. But, yeah, I mean, goal's a goal no matter what happens.
It's a fight for off the draw. It's going to go Ken Island way. Shimko almost came away with that, but she did foul Ofit there. Now passes off Williosa's stick, and Jack comes away with it. Now Jack could feed up to Carson. She was open, gives to Shimko. Now she clears it.
Good agility right there.
Definitely,
Shimko.
Yeah. As we're now back even here. Lady Seahawks didn't have numbers there for a minute. Rest of the team coming back. So now Shimko on the top. Carson gives to Morse. Morse looking to find something here. Lady Seahawks will pass it around the arc once again. Find that open shot like they've been doing all game. Honestly, all season. Try and working inside. Maybe had Morse there for a second. But Shimko now feeds inside. There's Morse. Hits off of Mason's stick and bounces to the far side of the end zone. Lady Seahawks stay with it. We have a final here to report from Snow Hill. The boys baseball team beat the Eagles 21-3. Very dominant win. Bounce shot there by Kirby gets deflected once again. Now Ken Allen comes away with it. And now Rita Yost working through a double team here. That's great agility right there. Good cuts. Carson trying to chase her down, and she clears it.
Just about 3.5 minutes now left in the first half.
Been a decently long second quarter, I'll say that. I feel like it's taking a little bit. There's the cut inside. Fires. Hamrock was not expecting that.
No, not at all. Especially with those.
Looks like Matthews with the goal there.
With those low shots that she's expecting,
yes.
They kind of switched it up and went high there. Definitely a good read by the Buccaneers, but just something you want to be aware of for the Lady Seahawks. Maybe just a couple changes maybe in the locker room. They'll kind of discuss a couple things with the goalie. I wouldn't say keep her out because she's doing a great job right now.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
overall, yeah.
Definitely want to talk to her a little bit and see what she's seeing as well from both sides so you can correct what maybe they're both thinking of and stuff like that.
And overall, it was just an amazing cut. Looked like Hamrock just got a little bit distracted there. As all the Buccaneers were jumbled up on the 8-meter. One Buccaneer cut. Hamrock wasn't ready for it, and a great feed inside. Now Buccaneers win the draw once again. Foul, they'll stay with it. And now Matthews scored the last goal for the Buccaneers. Trying to get her second goal of the game. But Ken Island's going to waste his clock here. I'd say if you're Ken Island, waste at least a minute off the clock and then go towards the goal.
For sure. Definitely for either team, you want the expressions and the I would say the way you want to feel going into the locker room for that second half and going into the halftime. You really want to be up. It really does help out everybody with the motivation for the whole team getting the groove of everything.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what Callan goes with here. As passes over the head 11. She stays with it. And now gives to Matthews and Ofit with it. So now Steele gets a screen by Ofit. Tried to pull the shot there. She does. Over the goal. Ball rolls out, and it's going to stay Ken Island. That was close. Hamrock almost got there in time. But now Tengwall with it. Now she gives out. Try to get it back to Tengwall. Good deflection there by Allie Coleman. And Burnside gives to Ofit. Now, 1:40 remaining here in the second quarter. I'll ask you on the other side, Nolan, what do you think Ken Island's going to draw up here?
I really think they're gonna they're gonna keep moving it around, and they're gonna find someone in the middle. They're gonna miss a shot. They are gonna get the recovery, and then they're gonna hit a little backward shot. I feel like I'm kind of drawing up a wild play, but I think something wild's gonna happen.
As ball was in the crease there, and a solid job by Hamrock to come away with that. Great concentration. But now it gets deflected by 11. She's got to come out of her goal, and she saves it. She's got to be careful here. Morse comes away with it. That was clutch. Because if Ken Island came away with that, that would have been an easy goal.
Kirby pushing down the field,
and
she does get pushed.
There. Yeah, foul on Rita Yost. Push foul there. So Kirby. Now Seahawks can make this a one-goal game going into halftime. It's definitely what they're looking for. Pascucci looks like wasn't paying attention there. Scoops it back up. Now she's getting pushed by Steele. Passes over the head of Kirby, and now the Buccaneers are going to take back over. That's a missed opportunity right there.
Just under 30 seconds now.
Now
At this point right now, the Lady Seahawks really just want to get the ball out of their hands so they don't go up 3 going into half.
Yeah, Mellinger with it. Now 10 seconds left here. Callan's got to go quick. Don't know if they know the time. Feed inside to Steele. Gets knocked away, and Pascucci comes away with it. And that will do it for the first half in what has been a pretty entertaining game so far, with Ken Island going into half up 7-5 over Decatur.
Well, the only ones that played scuba did Clara play? Pre-K. So it actually was Taylor was also there. It was Taylor. It was like the Little Lambs contingent.
Yeah, where's Taylor?
She's not here tonight. So it was Taylor, Bella, Evie, Leah. I don't know. I have the picture at home. I'll have to look at it. So really, it's 7 years.
Like this whole space is packed.
Yeah, where are they?
Now it's done. Oh, where did they go?
They're feeding their babies.
Maybe we should go get their snacks.
Where'd they all go?
I just brought this
It's
one.
not that advertised. Oh, that's a different one.
I just brought this one.
There's another one out.
Ew, there's nothing on it. Ew.
Stop it. Come here. Take this.
It was melted. Drink it. There's a new kind of Nutella. I saw advertised. Not Nutella, somebody else.
Let's we go on the stage.
Here they come.
Dad, yes, sir, I'm back.
Guys, is that a microphone?
I don't know.
Rizzola.
Hello, people. We are Jordan Michael. I was gonna say Michael Jordan.
That's a mic. That's a microphone.
Oh, it is? Yeah. We were wondering if it was.
Guys, I want to say something.
Hi.
Skibbity Toilet Rizzler.
Hello? We went to the, what's it called, karaoke thing? And we met that dude. He was, no, he asked me if I could come over to his house and have a sleepover. I was like, no, I'm good. What? Yeah. It was like a guy that had, like, Down syndrome. And, like, so, like, yeah. And we were saying he kicked it off with him at the end of the night. It was so cute. I know. Yeah, he was like, can you come over to my house and have a sleepover? And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm good. No, thank you. No, I can't open this ring pop. Can anyone open it? No, I know it. Double blue for Decatur. That means that they're gonna win. It's a sign. So it's a sign that they're gonna win. So like this is like Kent Island's more like a navy blue, and this is more like Decatur's more like a blue. So like meet us at the cages. Evan, just come here.
We've got some pretend going on.
And bring
All right,
us
hold on. Girls, the game's going to start here soon. Sit tight. Sit tight.
Wait, let's do the wave at least.
All right, hey, girls. As these girls.
All right, coming back to you, start of the second half. You see the stats on the bottom right of your screen of the first half. And I'll say, Nolan, what is your game plan? I'll say for both teams here in the second half.
So I'll start with the Buccaneers and end with on a good note with the Lady Seahawks. But the Buccaneers really just need to continue what they're doing. They're really just moving the ball around perfectly. I mean, anytime they see someone inside, they're always getting somebody. They're always moving around. They're always, I would say, kind of pickpocketing, really trying to get that motions through and really just locking down on defense. But now switch it back up to the Lady Seahawks. They really need to just we'll use a term that is now used these days. They need to lock in. They really need to just get their minds in the game, really understand that it's okay to be down and it's okay to come back and win a game because that's the best team. And that's the best time when you're down and you come back and win because it's just you fought so hard to come back, and it's just a great memory as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Ken Island having a solid game so far. Score update for you. In Ken Island, boys lacrosse, Seahawks and Buccaneers are tied at 2. 8:51 left in the first quarter. Been a very good game so far. We've got it right next to us. Like we said, it's always close between these two teams, especially in the past few years. It's always been a solid game. Offit gives to Matthews, and Matthews trying to work it inside here. Gives back to Steele. Now feed inside to Offit. Fires off of Hamrock's leg. She'll take it. And now Pascucci with it.
Really pushing down the
speedster.
field.
Lady Seahawks do have numbers here. Can go to the goal. Pascucci now gives to Malinowski. Malinowski. Now Carson behind the goal. Lady Seahawks will slow it down a little bit here. Gives to Mills. And a score or a bounce shot there.
Very good right there.
And Lady Seahawks get on the board first here in the second half. Now 7-6.
Great job moving right there, hitting Mills right there, and Mills firing that shot. And what I mean, when these girls fire the shots, it's not slow. I mean, it's fast. These goalies got to be very coordinated to be back there.
Yeah, especially a bounce shot like that. At first, it was a little bit tough to tell if it went to the goal there or if it was off the back of the net.
Yeah.
But maybe Lady Seahawks start going to some more bounce shots here. Ken Island started to figure out Layla Hamrock's game plan.
For sure. And the other thing is this isn't grass. This is turf. So it's just going to skim right off there, bounce off those bees, and pretty much almost be maybe even faster than what they actually threw it because of that bounce off the turf.
Face off there between Mills and Steele. We're going to redraw here.
Having a good feeling right here. I feel like Mills is really going to get this ball out to one of the Lady Seahawks, either Burton or can't see who's on the other side right now.
I believe that's Coleman on the other side there.
I believe it's Coleman too. But yeah, really.
Kirby.
Kirby.
Yeah. But Ken Island wins the draw. And now they can set up their offense here. Burnside with it. Now goes to Levin. And now Tengwall with it. Trying to find somebody inside. Gives to Steele. She loses it. Scoops back up. That could have been dangerous there. Burnside on the corner of the arc. So Matthews with it. Now on top of the 8-meter. Gives to Steele at the top of the arc. Steele, nice cut, fires, and stings the right corner. And Ken Island gets that goal back. In no time at all. Now takes that 2-goal lead. Once again, 8-6.
Seahawks definitely need to stop. They really need to stop the momentum from the Buccaneers right now because it's kind of just going back and forth now. And if you keep going back and forth the way it is right now, consistently, Buccaneers will win by either 1 or 2. But the Lady Seahawks really need to step in. Not sure who's going to exactly at this point, but someone needs to just drive in there, really show their attitude for the game, and really just get in there and make something happen. I mean, no matter what it is, as long as we get the ball back, we'll be set. And as long as we get that drive and momentum, and I'm going to use the word passion, we'll really get that going.
So that'll be a false start on Gordy there. It's been Gordy and Mills on the draw today for the Lady Seahawks. Steele been on the draw the entire time for Ken Island. Yeah, but now Tengwall with it. Now gives to Willow Yost. Willow Yost now goes back to Steele. Steele trying to work it inside once again. Lady Seahawks interior defense hasn't been bad here in this third quarter. They've once again been collapsing down, double teaming when needed. Try and get a turnover here, I think, for the Lady Seahawks. Don't be afraid, as that could be a turnover right there. That's a bad pass. Willow Yost scoops back up. That was close, though. Just start pressuring more, I feel like, for the Lady Seahawks. Just a little bit more. Not too much to leave your assignment, but definitely to get some pressure on this Buccaneers offense. But Steele with it. Working on Shimko. Gets a push by Shimko. Now gives inside. Levin. Solid defense here by Reed. Allen will reset again. And now try and find somebody. Tengwall. Great push there. And a steal by Jill Burton.
Exactly what the Lady Seahawks need. Exactly what I was talking about. Really getting in there. Burton really trying to steal that ball out of the Buccaneers' hands and convert it into ours to really get something going.
Yeah, Hamrock now far pass up. That was almost a dime past Scooty trying to come away with it, and she does. That was a tough scoop up there. Let's say 3-on-3 here. Now it gives to Kirby. Tried to feed inside to Mills. It'll stay with the Lady Seahawks as Kirby. Looks like we'll be getting an 8-meter here. Yes, she's going to take it on the wing of the 8-meter. Look for her to go straight to the goal. She is one of the most aggressive Lady Seahawks on the team when it comes to the 8-meter. Kirby getting ready for the whistle. And there's the drive. Kirby fires way over the goal. Maybe rushed that just a little bit. Maybe
Just
got
a little
bit too
bit.
excited.
Yeah, just a little excited. But I mean, hey, it's an intense moment. This is to bring them up again by 1 to make them only down by 1. But definitely need to settle down, slow the game down, but just control it in our hands, because when you control it in our hands, like I was talking about in the beginning of the game, it really gets the other team kind of out of sorts, because once they get tired, there's always going to be that 1 or 2 people on your team that will come open, which then you can fire in and they can shoot their shot at the goal.
Yeah, Carson wise decision there to pass it off. She was at a tough angle on the corner there of the 8-meter. So Seahawks will reset their offense, draw something up. But again, third time saying this, feels like, again, must-score possession here for the Lady Seahawks. Kirby, feet inside. Carson, try to get a shot off there. She's getting smacked from behind. Three Buccaneers right there. Solid interior defense. And Carson now feet inside. Kirby fires and scores.
Beautiful play right there.
And there is the 1-goal game
That
the Lady Seahawks trying to get back to.
That is exactly what we need. And pretty much feeding off what Burton's doing on defense, really just collecting everything, putting it together, and making it 1. Making it 1 really makes everything work out, which really goes a long way, very long way when it comes to sports in general, but lacrosse, because it's a flowing game and it's constant.
Yeah, so 5:40 left here in this third quarter, 8-7 game. As Ken Allen comes away with it there, Steele with it. Buccaneers win the draw. That was a pretty big draw win there for the Bucs to get it back. Think for them, try and waste some time. You have a lead on the road. No reason to rush, but a feed inside to Burnside. Solid defense there by Morse on the interior. Pardon me.
For sure, getting it back into our hands. Still putting that other one thing we need together and put it to 1.
Now Kirby gets a strut from behind. That's a great steal. Looks like by Montini, or by Ofit, my bad. Ofit with the steal there. Yeah, off it. Solid defense there. Kirby, we saw her drive through a triple team earlier. Couldn't get through it that time. And now Matthews with it. Gives to Willie Yost. And now 11 on the corner. Allen's going to pass it around. Trying to find something. Burnside scoops it up at the 10-yard line.
I found the microphone.
Yeah, you're shut off. You're shut off.
That's a great defense over the Ladies Seahawks. Once again on the inside, it's going to go Seahawks way. So Reed with it. This is going to be a tough clear here for the Lady Seahawks. Got their backs against the wall. Steal there. Looks like will be a timeout. Yes, it will. Smart timeout there by Coach Owens.
For
Lady
sure.
Seahawks look a little bit flustered. 4:01 left here in this third quarter. Ken Island up by 1. All right, coming back to you. 4:01 left here in this third quarter. Ken Island up by 1.
Coming back, hopefully Coach Owens down there really gave them some words. I mean, not that they're playing bad, but they really need to just get everything together. As they were slowly getting everything together.
Yeah. Coach Owens probably had a nice talk there with the Lady Seahawks because they were definitely flustered there in the back of the end zone. And that's a nice clear by Pascucci. When you need a clear, just get the ball to Layla Pascucci. She'll get it done.
Really driving it down. Looking for that open pass in the middle, but it is deflected.
Yeah, Burton with it. Malinowski stepped in the crease there. Burton was wide open. I think she was just afraid she was going to step in the crease. So she was afraid to take that shot. And now Ken Island taking back over. Wide open like that, though. We want to convert on those opportunities. Now 3:20 left here in this third quarter. That's a nice steal by Malinowski. And she's going to go to the back and set up the Seahawks offense. Yeah, Malinowski's going to have it here in the back of the end zone.
Here we go. This is what I'm talking about right here. Only down by 1. Really just need that one goal and one decision to really make a difference here. Really trying to get everything going.
Yeah, this feels like the possession that the Lady Seahawks tie up this game. They've had pretty good, I'll say, game plan once again in this third quarter. They've gotten some scores out of it, got some goals. It's just what is going to be open. Malinowski with it. Almost took that shot there. Would have been the furthest shot of the game. And now Pascucci gives to Shimko.
Lady Seahawks really trying to move around, looking inside.
Burton gets a strip from behind. That's a great steal. Burton gets it back, though. Gives to Malinowski. Feet inside is over Pascucci's head. Now a race for it. Morse tries to come away with it. It's going to stay Decatur ball. So Shimko, I feel like Seahawks now could probably slow it down here a little bit. Just under 2 minutes remaining. We'll have to see. Who are you looking for here if you're the for the Lady Seahawks?
Definitely going to either look for Morse or I would say Burton. Two that are, or Pascucci. The three that are very, I would say, enthusiastic for the game. As we do have a turnover, Buccaneers now driving down the field.
Yeah, that's a nice steal there by Burton. They are going to call a foul, though, on Burton. They tried to get inside to MB Morse there, but she just got swarmed, and that was a 1v4. Ken Island not letting Lady Seahawks get anything inside right now. Matthews splits to the double team and gives to Burnside. Burnside on the corner of the arc. So now Buccaneers going to work it around. Gives to Yost. Now Matthews. If I were Ken Island here, I'd look for Steele, to be honest. She's been pretty quiet here in this third quarter. Has a goal in this game. But she's been one of the leaders of this Buccaneers team today. Feet inside to off it. And she stings the bottom of the left corner. That is her 5th goal of the game. She's got a glut.
Yeah, definitely a good player right there. I mean, 5 goals does say something. Definitely does. I mean, as the Lady Seahawks now down by 2, really need to step it up. I mean, we do have 41 seconds in the third quarter. Do still have one more quarter left after this. But, I mean, what they do say the fourth quarter counts the most. I mean,
yeah, no, definitely.
In all sports. I mean, talking about football, talking about lacrosse, talking about baseball, usually 7th or 9th inning, depending on what age group. But it all depends. I mean,
that's a big draw loss right there. Gordy on the false start. Steele got poked in the face. Now strip away. That's going to be a foul right there. Looks like it's going to go on Kirby. Yes, it will. And Steele's going to take it on the arc. So now 25 seconds left. Ken Island can take a 3-goal lead here going into the fourth, which would be pretty detrimental to the Seahawks offense. Steele with it. Now on the 8-meter. Feeds inside. Burnside fires and scores once again. There's the bounce shot by Ken Island.
Ken Island now up by 3. Seahawks definitely need to use these 10 seconds in the third quarter to really do something.
Yeah.
I mean, right now it's just very difficult for the Seahawks because obviously they're down by 3, and I'm sure they're all stressing out because the things they've worked on in practice is now not coming to what they want, and especially they want to win. They want to win every game, especially Ken Island, because they're definitely a good team just like them, but they really just want to make sure they are smooth.
That's a nice pick away there, poke away by Gordy. Trying to stay with it. Off it, knocks it away, and that will do it for the third quarter as Ken Island goes into the fourth, up 10-7 over Decatur.
Everybody, we have a quick announcement. We just drew for the winner of the Peek Out game for the raffle, and our winner is Gil. Anyone named Gil? Please come to the concession stand and claim your prize. Congratulations.
All right, coming back to you as you see your final stat update in the bottom right corner. Yeah, this is it for the Lady Seahawks, down 10-7. Definitely not over, but you're definitely going to need something here,
Yeah.
obviously. It starts with winning draws, I know. Just a draw win here and there can get something going.
For sure. Definitely want to start off with a win on the draw. Gordy's stepping up there.
Well, especially because Kent Island's main motto here when they win the draw is just waste as much clock as possible.
Yeah, especially at this point since they're up by 3. They're just going to want to move the ball around as much as they can on offense.
And there it is, ball's up, and the Lady Seahawks come away with it as Barton comes away with it. Pardon me. So now Kirby knocks off her stick. She stays with it. That was close. But now Jack. Now feed to Cathal. First time seeing her today. So the Lady Seahawks are working around the arc. Definitely got to come away with something here.
Carson really trying to work it around up to Pascucci. Pascucci now trying to work it.
Yeah, now feed to Carson. Now back inside, Kirby trying to work around. That's Mills. Mills feed inside to Pascucci. That was a great cut, just couldn't come up with it. Mason tries to scoop it up. Pascucci stays with it. Possibly had Barton there for a second open. Pascucci. That's a great cut. Now drives inside. Almost gets it stripped away, and she loses it. Now she's going to take it back out and reset it. It's a smart reset. Feeds to Malinowski. Pascucci got fouled there, so she's going to take it on the 8 meter straight away. Basically a 100% chance she goes to the goal here. Well, maybe not. That's why I always say 99%. That was 1% where she didn't go to the goal. Morse now.
Seahawks really working it. Working the ball around. Really need to get something here. Meaning a goal. Just really move the ball around. Waste the time. Because you want to control the game in your hands at this point. And you really just want to.
No, 100%.
Not sure what just happened there.
It's going to be a foul there on Jordan. And Carson drives inside, fires, even getting pushed on the ground, and scores. Now a 10-8 game. 10:04 left here in this fourth quarter.
Now only down by 2. Definitely a good start, starting it off with the goal.
Yeah, starts with that. That is definitely a good start. Can get this offense flowing. And when the Lady Seahawks can go on a run, the chemistry is at an all-time high. Whether that be just a goal or 2. But you saw there, they won the draw.
Yeah.
Winning the draw, you can control your pace, what you want to go. Kent Island wins it. This is where, if you're the Lady Seahawks, you got to start pressuring. And if you're Kent Island, you got to defend against that. Passing around as much as possible. And the off-ball cuts to try and find open shots for Kent Island will be big when they win the face-off, or the draw, pardon me. Ball shot up.
Sky ball.
And this is big here. Ball's rolling around.
Everybody's fighting for the ball.
No Lady Seahawks can step up there, and Kent Island comes away with it. That was a pretty big draw win, but now Pascucci can take it. Kirby comes up with it. That was a huge takeaway. Kirby tried to get inside to Moore. She was wide open. Ball gets knocked up. Still rolling around in front of the 8 meter. And it's going to go Kent Island way. Wow, that would have been a pretty big possession there if the Lady Seahawks were able to come away with the goal. And now got to try and get a stop on defense. Kent Island. She gets pushed out of bounds. That's going to be a foul there on Carson. So now Tengwall with it. Getting a push by Cathal from behind. Trying to find a cut. Passes in front 11. Now race for it. Barnside scoops it up. Now Matthews and Kent Island will now slow it down. Waste as much time off this clock as they can. So now Tengwall.
Kent Island really moving the ball around down at their side.
It's what they're going to have to do to avoid the double team or the steals. And then on the flip side, if the Lady Seahawks start pressing up here, try and get something, balls rolling around, Ken Island stays with it. Burnside. He's now feed inside. That's a great wraparound score by Parker Tengwall. And now Ken Island retakes that 3-goal lead. That was probably the best wraparound we've seen all game. Can be a tough thing working around the crease there. About as close as as you can possibly be, I should say, to stepping in the crease.
Yeah, it definitely very tough right now. I mean, it's kind of like a situation where whenever we score, Ken Island scores right away, and it's kind of like that.
That's been all game.
Yeah, it's kind of tough because you feel like you can't get that, you can't keep going, you can't. But you just got to find that one person on the team that's going to strive through and persevere through the challenges that are being put at them and the team to really gather that and really show up for the game and really, I would just say, make a change. Make a change for the whole team and for the game.
You know, it's another key draw win there for the Buccaneers, and they get to waste more time here. Now 8 minutes remaining here in this fourth quarter. You got to think, at some point, even if you leave your assignment, try and smack the stick. Get a steal. A foul isn't terrible here. If it's inside, that's not great because Ken Island will have an 8-meter. But at some point, you do got to start getting a little more aggressive on defense.
Definitely agree with you.
Tengwall, because Ken Island's just going to keep passing it around. It's very smart. As I say, play some hot potato. Pass it around. And waste time. Now feed inside. Try to get to Tengwall. It's all for a leg. And Coleman comes away with it. So the Lady Seahawks got that steal they needed. Just need to pass it up now and then go a little bit quicker. Ball's rolling around. And now he's trying to scoop it up. That's a key scoop up there by Rita Yost. And now Rita Yost gets a push from behind. She's taking it all herself here. And now feeds Tengwall, fires. Solid save there by Hamrock. And she comes away with it. That was one of the only bounce shots of the game that didn't work for Ken Island. Now passes sailed over the head of Coleman. Ball rolls out of bounds. Ken Island's going to take over here. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here by Ken Island. With Ken Island up 11-8 here with 6:33 left in this fourth quarter. We'll be right back with you. All right, now coming back to you, 6:33 left in this fourth quarter. Kent Island up by 3, 11-8 over the Lady Seahawks. Offense going to start with it on the 30-yard line, near sideline.
Yeah, definitely want to get this going. Seahawks really need to step it up, like I've been saying. I don't really have anything other than that. I mean, it's pretty difficult because I keep repeating myself, and I feel like it's bad. But, I mean, you really just need to find that one person that's going to change this game and put all of their effort into it.
And definitely great feet inside. And Grace Matthews gives Kent Island a 4-goal lead. Now up 12-8. Another score on the day for Grace Matthews.
Kent Island now up by 4. Definitely tough. As you can see, some of the Lady Seahawks are definitely getting down out there, but they really need to just keep persevering, really strive through because they could have a run. And I think a 99.9% chance they could have a run and come back, but it's just going to take everybody. It's going to take everybody to come through, but it's going to take one person to step in and kind of make that one move for everybody to go join with them.
It's Carson. This is the longest the ball's been on the turf all game, and off it comes away with it. And now Steele. Well, there's 6 minutes remaining here in this fourth quarter. I say if Kent Island scores one more time, that's probably it. Yeah, that will probably do it. But a stop here and a steal. And it's not quite over. Matthews on the 20-yard line. We'll see what happens here, though. There's a Tengwall with it. Now behind the goal.
Kent Island just really pushing it now. Really trying to control it, but they're getting all the open shots they need and they get to keep them up.
Yeah, now Matthews gives to Levin.
If I was the Seahawks coach, I would really just start telling my players that they need to kind of push a little bit more. Get a little more aggressive and really just get in there because the problem is they're playing kind of far back right now, and they're kind of just letting the Buccaneers just kind of hold it, kind of wasting that time.
Not very aggressive. Coleman steps up here a little bit on steal. The 19-on-19 matchup. She gets hit from behind. She got smacked in the helmet there by Coleman from behind. So Steele's going to take it from the wing on the arc. And now gives off to Matthews. Kent Island most likely will waste about at least a minute here on this possession, unless the Seahawks start double teaming. But now feet inside. Tengwall wraps around, fires to the right of the post.
Misses, too. Good shot, but, I mean, wasn't completely wide open. So, wanted to maybe move the ball around a little bit more. Kind of use that time up.
Yeah, Reagan Reed took a hard fall there. So, 3:52 left. Seahawks with it. Got to go fast. Don't have any time to waste. Passes over the head of Pascucci. Coleman comes away with it, but shoots out of bounds.
Definitely want to be aware of that.
Yeah. Not the best pass. Coleman tried to come through and save it. Just stepped her foot on the line. And now Kent Island can waste more time here. Now just over 3 minutes remaining. They're just going to pass it around. No real reason, I should say, to go to the goal here if you're Kent Island. Try and get one more goal, possibly, end this game. It's going to stay with Kent Island here. And Matthews is going to take it on the 8-meter. I say if Matthews scores here, that'll be it.
Yeah, it will definitely be tough. Definitely want to block this.
She's going to pass it off. Probably a smart decision there. She would have been trapped if she tried to take that straight to the goal.
Yeah, really just trying to get it out, waste that time, it looks like, is what they're doing. As you can see, they have all 3 coaches from Kent Island over there
But Matthews drives inside. Great cuts. And she gets fouled once again. And now she's going to take it on the 8-meter straight away. With 2:17 left now. We'll see if she goes towards the goal or if she's going to pass it off again. She's going to pass it off. It was almost a shot there. Would have been one of the first setup shots, if not the first setup shot of the year. But smart decision there once again just to pass it off and waste more time. Tangwall with it. Tangwall trying to find somebody here. Might have taken it through a double team. Gives it off to Matthews. And the Seahawks come away with it. Reagan Reed scoops it up. Now getting pushed from behind. Trying to get it past midfield here. And clear it. Spins through a double team. Great move. And now gives to Morse. Now Morse getting fouled at midfield. Great cuts by Pascucci. Now taking it all herself. Feet inside. And now Pascucci, bounce shot. Deflects off a stick. Mills, Pascucci comes away with it. Pascucci now gets it stripped away from behind. And that'll be a foul. Pascucci will take it from the 8-meter. For the Lady Seahawks, try and get one more goal here. And end this game off on a positive note.
For sure.
They'll drop to 1-2 on the season.
Now 1 minute left in the game. Definitely get that momentum to score, like you said, AJ.
And there's the goal. Good way to end this game for the Lady Seahawks. Now making it 12-9, 50 seconds left.
Yeah, definitely a good way to end it. Don't want to end on a bad note for sure.
No.
And limiting the score. I mean, took it down from 4 now to 3. I mean, it will look definitely much more different in the books than a 4 would.
Yeah, just something to put on the stat sheet, as they say. No, but Seahawks with it. Did they take that goal away?
I think they did.
Look like they took that goal away. No goal. They called it a no goal. Okay, it's a 12-8. Wow. Yeah. Not too sure why, but Pascucci will get another chance at it here. See if she can score for a second time. And gets it batted away by Mason. I'm not sure why that goal didn't count, though.
Not sure either.
Didn't seem like there was anything wrong with that possession. Or anything wrong, I should say, with that drive. But now Carson spins. Now it looks like Carson will take it here on the 8-meter straight away. So now let's see if she can end it on a good note. Refs are going to talk it over here. A little bit confusion ending this game. Looks like a clock change.
What do you need? 30 seconds.
Yeah, that is. You're going to add 7 seconds here up to 30 seconds. From 23 to 30. So give the Lady Seahawks a little more time here to get a goal. Try and close it out. So Carson's going to take it straight away on the 8-meter. And she scores.
And there's a goal.
That time it will count. And now it's a 12-9 game, officially.
Yeah.
Solid drive there by Lily Carson, not afraid to take it inside. And good accuracy there.
Yeah, good momentum to get out of the game on a positive note. Definitely don't want to end in a bad way. And even though that with 28 seconds left, down by 3, most likely they're going to lose. But, I mean, they did at least try to win, and at least they put all their effort in.
Exactly. That's what matters, 100%.
And not always winning is the best thing. Losing sometimes is good because you learn from your mistakes, and it really helps everything out.
That's going to be a woman up there for Ken Island. Penalty there on Jill Burton. She'll come out. So clock stops. That's going to be a 2-minute woman up. 19 seconds left. It'll wind down to 1:41. I would assume Ken Island's just going to pass it around here.
Yeah.
Try and end this game. No real reason to go towards the goal. And that's what it looks like they're going to like to do. Just try and play keep away here for the Buccaneers. But pretty good game by both these teams tonight.
Look for the middle there.
That will be the final as Kent Island wins on the road. And a big win for the Buccaneers as they take this one tonight, 12-9 over the Lady Seahawks. My name is AJ Patton, along with my partner Nolan Soares. Nolan, thank you for joining me tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a good time. Can't wait to do it. Hopefully next time, maybe I'll do it with Sean or maybe just you. But yeah, definitely.
100%. Final tonight, 12-9, Buccaneers win. Have a great night, everybody.